This is called Remind. You can access it online at remind.com or you can download the app at Remind 101. This is a great way to communicate with parents and students about upcoming events, tests, activities, or whatever you want to tell them about. It is very safe as numbers are not exchanged, and it does keep record of all conversations that are had. You can later email those conversations that you've had, so it is a great documentation too. When you sign in to Remind, you can use any username you want, or you can use a email address. You just need to then go to create a class. You can give it whatever name you want to give it so that you know what it is. It will create a class code for you, or you can make it special to your class. You can change the icon to make it more meaningful for your class. I usually use the calculator for math. You do have to agree to not message anyone under 13, which is another safety issue. It also will warn you if it thinks you're sending a message out too late. When you get a class created, you will then need to add contacts. You can add them yourself from the phone or email contacts. You can give a printable handout or PDF if you'd like to. It gives directions on how to get signed up if you want to do the app or if you want to just do text messaging. Both of them work the same. The text you can you just get the text and then you can delete it, or the app you can go back and see the history of all of it. If you don't want to do the text messaging, you can get email notifications. You can also do in-person instructions, which is just doing it from a text. Or you can share a link if you want to put it on your class website. That also works. So any of these ways get you signed up to receive messages from Remind. Once you've created your class and you have people in your class, you can then send messages. So when you have your class created, this tab gives you all of the messages, and if there's more messages, you can scroll here and see them. It also tells you the people that are in your class, which I don't have anyone in this one yet. And it also shows you activities, and the activities is kind of cool if you are going to do a field trip or a fundraiser, and it allows you to keep track of who's paid and gives times. I haven't used the activity very much, I've just played with it. So if you're going to send a message, you click right here to send a message to start a new one. You can do a class announcement, which sends it to everyone in the class. You can send a group conversation, which lets you send it with 9 people. Or you can do an individual message. If you do a class announcement, they all get the same announcement, and if they send you back a question, only you get the question back. If you send a group conversation, if they send a message back, everyone in the group gets the message, unless you put on there that they are not allowed to reply, which is a choice that you can make once you've sent out a message. So I'm going to just send out a class message here. Here's just the example that they first give. In the messages, you can send a photo or video, or you can upload a file. When you send it on the app, it just shows, or on the website and the app, it just shows up like this. And from the other side, it just comes across as a text message. So then if you want to make it so that they can't respond, you have to click on message options after you've sent it. You can then choose one-way announcements, which means only they get the communication, they cannot send you anything back, or you can send two-way conversations. When they send a message back and it's a group announcement, then it only comes back to you. If it is a group conversation, it comes back to everyone. These office hours, you can choose a time to put in here, and you can choose days. It does still send you messages after these hours, So sometimes it's good because people won't message you afterwards, but sometimes people don't pay attention to that. If you need to get your history of your conversation, you can download records and you can decide which ones you download. If you want to just do one class or if you want to do all classes, you can do that. You can choose the starting date and the ending date. You can do those participants, so it lists who's all in each class, and you can give a report about your activities that you've done. If you get someone in your class that is not someone that you need in class anymore because for some reason they are no longer in your class or your group, you can block them. To do that, they have to be in a group. You need to go to people, and you need to go to these three dots over here and view their profile, and you can remove them or block them if they're causing trouble. I have found that it is a great tool to open lines of communication between myself and parents. I often send messages to them saying, hey, your child is missing several assignments. If they need any help, please let me know. Or sometimes even just like, hey, your kid had a great day in class today, or they got 100 on their quiz, and it's been really helpful. I really like Remind because it has opened that way of communication, and it also allows me to be accessible outside of school time, but it also allows me to keep my number safe and secure, and I don't have to worry about getting phone calls late at night because my number is safe. So that is Remind.